Hey there, folks. We're going to talk about this Kimber 2K11. Recently put out a video. Talking through my experience with it so far, the pluses, the minuses, and we'll go through your questions, your comments, your concerns, see what you guys have to say about it. All right. Here we go. Does IC, okay, so one big problem with this is the plate system that is included with it. It's just not, I don't think it's acceptable for the type of product that this is for what you're going to be doing with it. Question, does ICI make a plate for it? I purchased one for my project. It works great. It moved the optic back, making the buildup on the lens no longer an issue. I don't know if they do or not. Will the AOS plate work on this? I have no idea. I don't know. What I have coming up next, I'm gonna try a Dawson plate and we'll see if that works. All right, there's some unrelated stuff in here too. Serious question, is it acceptable to intentionally train to shoot your optic with your non-dominant eye? My cross dominance has never been an issue, blah, blah. Okay, so instead of holding the gun like this in front of my dominant eye, I can hold it like this. So either you can train to hold the gun like this, you can train to hold the gun like this. I don't really think it's a big deal. I think you will be fine. Question, Ben, grip tape over laser stippling for any particular reason? Thanks, appreciate the content. Yeah, so I can put on grip tape at home. Like I don't have a laser stippler, but it's that simple to me. I really appreciate your updates after more rounds through the gun. I'm honestly looking at this gun as an option for me. Just getting into the competition market. But this gun seems to be a really good option for the money, because going up from here it's staccato money, and then going from there it's Atlas money. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, I see that. Well, as it sits now, this is a little bit cheaper than a staccato, but if I'm buying a staccato instead of this, I can tell you where the money goes, if that makes sense, right? The staccato is a little bit more money, but just looking at the way the optics mounted on there, the frame I like a little bit better, even though it's a plastic grip. A lot of people don't like that, but it's kind of like, yeah, you could buy this, but it's like I can tell you where all the money goes on the staccato, and like how that would also make sense. That's kind of how I look at it now. Ben, have you tried the stainless version with the MJD grip? I didn't like that grip. Played with one at a gun store because I was looking at what they had, and I was looking at the street price for these things. That one has a different magwell, or maybe no magwell if we're talking about the same one. And I didn't really like the way that one felt anymore. Like, to be honest, that I actually like this one better because the magwell under it's a little bigger, and it gives your it like kind of gives my hand something to lock in on. All right. A nitpick, and I love your take, Ben. The way you rack the slide to check the gun is clear. Where did you pick up the habit to rack a couple of times instead of holding the slide and checking? Well, I'm going to contextually do a bunch of different things. Usually, if I have an empty gun, I'm just like racking it, I'm fucking around with it. That's what I'll end up doing. Sometimes I'll chamber check, where I look at it like this. I do this a lot. This is where, if I believe the gun's loaded, I will chamber check it like so I can see, oh yeah, there's a round in there, and then not eject it. And then if I want to eject it, I'll just forcefully rack it. I think you're just analyzing the way I fuck around with the gun. Like, I think you're reading too much into it. I'm glad you addressed the CH posts. Mine broke yesterday and sent the SRO flying. Yeah, like I said, the CH with the post design, it's like, that is not the play. It's just not. You could put that on a gun you don't plan to shoot. Like, I want to mount an optic onto a gun that I'm not going to shoot a lot. It's whatever, right? Whatever for that. But for the use case for this gun, that you're going to be training with it and shooting it all the time, that is just not the out of the box solution that I would go with. There's no way. Can't speak to using the 2K11 with an optic, so I'm glad for that information. Personally, I get on just fine with their grip and safety. That being said, I'm sure my hand size is different. Yeah, people have different hand sizes. I think many people would take issue with a hot spot on the frame mounted safety, but a lot of people wouldn't. Okay, so I find the metal grips on both the CZ and Kimber are a lot easier on me. For me, they're comfortable pistols to shoot. I have over 1,200 rounds, a couple of misfeeds as it broke in, but no issues. After a long hiatus, I'm back rooting for Kimber. Okay. Kimber MSRP is 2,500, same as Staccato P. The Dawson plate for the Staccato is 130. So if you want the Dawson plate, you buy one for the Kimber. Price should be the same. Yeah, that's what I have coming. To be fair, the Staccato P, the way that I ordered it was more than the Kimber, to be fair, because it had like I wanted more of the features that they offered, such as the slot cuts and whatnot. I'm not a Kimber or Staccato fan, but just trying to understand how the Kimber isn't there because the plate they included. Uh, but yet your previous video said the Kimber has been shooting well without any issues. Well, because I got the gun and I'm like, I don't know about including this plate. This feels like a dumb decision, but I'm going to shoot the gun. I shot the gun, didn't have issues. Then the plate came loose. All right. Then then it was like not applied per the directions. Like now we're switching to red Loctite, and then the plate ultimately failed. And it's like for someone like me, I don't like fucking with that stuff. I would buy the Staccato 10 times out of 10 over the Kimber just because it included the right plate. And it's like and the gun's not going to fail. Like that's to me like that's a bad decision. Like on Kimber's part honestly. Like I don't like the grip texture near as much, the safety hotspot. I mean, I've been like you can say what you want about this like the staccato stuff, but it's like it's not been working that way for me. Like I don't have stuff that I had to grind on my staccato stuff. Like I've never had an issue with the optics on them. It's that kind of thing. To me, it's like it's a different level of product, and that's how I look at it. Ben also broke both his Atlas guns and had hotspot issues with them, and Atlas sanded on the grips for him. Um, I didn't break the Atlas guns. What are you talking about? That my Atlas guns haven't broken. I broke an Atlas gun that was not my gun, but mine are fine. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes, I posted a broken hammer. That was not my personal gun. I was just posting that for fun. I haven't had hot spots with the Atlas stuff. That's not. I don't know what that means. I haven't had that issue. And then my grips were sanded down, but that's the way they were ordered. It's basically like the way you send these out is fucking crazy. So don't send me that, sand them down. So they did, right? Because it was ordered and built the way that I wanted it. So again, kind of a different experience. Agree with the 2K11 grip being a bit slick. Yeah. Needs more texture for sure. Yeah, screws fail. Wonder if it was impact precision or hollow unscrew. No, the plate system's stupid, dude. The whole thing. All right, this is the feedback they needed. Yeah, I agree. I like what Kimber's doing. I think they're on the right track. All right. I'm grateful that you are reviewing this gun. I have two, and without you, they wouldn't be held accountable. Well, yeah, I mean, I just think they're headed a different direction. Like they're going into this market segment, which is going to be an adjustment, right? Like this gun appeals to people that are shooting in a very different way than what their other people appeal to, their other guns appeal to. And there you go. Hey Ben, thanks for the info. My 2K11. So optic plate screw sheared off at the recommended torque setting. Yeah. Okay. Grip also way too slick. Yeah. Had to Franken tape mine. That's where mine's headed. Talon recommended just buying a staccato set and making it work. I did do that actually. I have the staccato set and like I laid it on there and I really didn't. I was like, oh man, this is gonna look pretty hacked up if I actually apply this. Kimber should offer the target version with the stainless version grip. Okay, like you said, it's doing all the gun things. Yeah, it is. I mean, at the heart of it, it's good. All right. Let's see what else you guys got here. Weird Kimber and CH having issues. Sounds like we see. Yeah, it's true. This morning when I was drinking my coffee, I saw something about San Francisco PD. Supposedly pulled their old 226R pistols out of storage and replaced their new P320 pistols with them. Don't know if that's true. It's a good laugh. I could see doing that. There's one unit that I shoot with sometimes, and they had at one point I was shooting with them, and they had brand new, well not brand new, but they had 320s that were like all raced out, and they had 226s that were all raced out too, and Like half of their guys were using the 226s. I thought that was pretty funny. FCD needs to make a plate for it. It'd be rock solid. Yeah, I would say anything but this dumbass like post thing that fails. Like no, anything but that. Overall, I think you give it a fair and honest review. For the price, it's a pretty good option. Knowing how hard you are on reviews, it's pretty good overall. Yeah, I mean, I'm not done shit. I mean, it's not at 10,000 rounds yet. I'm going to get that optic attached in a better way and then carry on. I used to use CH plates as well. Like with a lot of companies, it built a pretty good reputation. Then the demand moves them to mass production and quality suffers. That's the story I've heard. I wonder if Ben saw the smoking gun article. Posted an article. The recent legal hearing documents were presented, showed SIG disclosed the government before they won contracts for the 320. Yeah, I read the smoking gun SIG thing. I didn't think it was that compelling of an article, to be honest. And those documents I'd already seen and shared. I have the 2K11 stainless. The grip safety on mine had very sharp edges. Huh. Yeah, that's not like that. Okay. So much so that it was cutting into my palm after shooting for about an hour straight. I actually sent it to a local gunsmith to have those edges ground down and recoated. Interesting. Okay. So notice the optic plate having issues, at least on mine, where I have it torqued and Loctited to spec, and within a few hundred rounds, one of the screws holding my optic into the T-nut is already walking. Yeah. This solution is not the move. Ben should ask SIG to send over their new 2011 for T&E. Hilarity ensues. They would just ignore me, I'm sure. And I don't want to review their dumb shit. I don't want to pump them up. My CH plates suck. Both came loose after 1 to 2,000 rounds. It drives me insane. Yeah, man, they fell off, sadly. I wish we had a hacked video of the laptop cam of the Kimber executives when they saw this video pop up today. I'm pretty sure they put everything on hold to watch the video. Sounds like they're amenable to adjusting the gun to approve, which is a recipe for success. That's been the impression I'm getting. I'm hearing this from other people too, that they're like really testing the gun. They're actually taking it seriously. I don't know if that's true, but it, that from what I have personally experienced, that I think that's true. I think this is still an overall win for an introductory model from a company that's turning the corner with quality. I think undercooked is a perfect choice of words. Yeah, I agree. It's just I mean, look, like this optic plate solution, like, I mean, if you're, let's say, much more casual type of like round count type of person, and then you're going to do a deal. I mean, I'm sure they're buying a shit ton of plates because they're just including them. I mean, the economics of it or whatever, they're like, yeah, this makes sense. If I was in a room making decisions like that, it'd be like, I do not care if they send those things for free. Don't fucking send the gun out with those things. Don't do it. Get something that you believe will actually work. I've put very thin shims between the top of the countersunk screws to hold the plate down level with the top of the plate. Carefully install the optic on top of the shims so they don't move. Screw down the optic. Yeah, it's like, I'm not doing that. Like that's like, again, for this type of product, like that's not acceptable. That's the way it has to be. Not acceptable. Site mark marketing guy. Yeah, the site mark marketing people are funny. If you remember the comments that they were making. Whoever attaching optic plates to firearms, I always use screws from McMaster Car. Like, no. What I'm saying is, Kimber or whoever, send me shit that works. Send me the shit that works. That's it. I don't care where you get it. I don't care what brand it is. But when you send it out with your gun, make sure it works. That's all. I had CH build a one-off for Tanfo factory optic ready cut. Sent to my optic. 15K rounds and SRO failed. T-nuts and screws still fine. Maybe I got the custom treatment, not the mass-produced product. Yeah, that sounds custom to me. That doesn't sound like normal. In my humble opinion, the plates should not be an assembly. They need to be one piece. Agreed. I mean, I'm not an engineer or anything, but that just feels better to me. I know it's an attempt to be universal when parts are reciprocating. Yeah, I get you. Makes sense. I want Kimber to do good. With SIG shitting the bed so badly, this is their chance to make a huge comeback. All they got to do. Look, honestly, like this is the first gun that they have manufactured in forever that I even give a fuck about. Like, oh, like I might want to shoot that. They just don't. They don't make stuff that dudes shoot a lot. They just don't. And now they're gonna do that. Like, cool. Good point on the optics plate. Yes, and why I hate the Glock MOS so much. People say, who cares what holds the optics? Yeah, I don't use the MOS plates at all, and that's such a huge miss from Glock. You're just like, what? Again, send it out with shit that works. Glad to know with all the changes in the world of 2025, CH is still doing CH stuff. Yeah. Seems like the gun's pretty decently cooked. Just needs grip tape for people that want grip tape. Newer thumb safety, better play. I mean, I don't know about that. Like that's what I've seen so far, and it's not at 10,000 rounds yet. I don't know how proprietary the parts are. If it's standard 2011, I think some of it's proprietary. I don't know. I'm expecting to not be shocked if there's other issues. We'll see. What are you talking about? Overbuilt? No such thing when you were talking about a $2,700 life-saving device. By now, all these things should be standard. Nice medium grip texture module, fantastic optic mounting system. Damn thing should shoot better than a $500 Glock. We keep spending our money on shit guns. What is the motivation for them to do better? Something tells me you have not spent your money on this gun. I just get that feeling. Everyone on YouTube are now firearms experts after the 320 lies, huh? I'm not an expert. I just shoot a lot. Kimber has made very nice looking pistols, but that's about the extent of it. Beautiful paperweights. Kimber is not known for being reliable right out of the box by any stretch of the imagination. Some people get lucky and have a half-assed reliable one. Again, like I don't know. Like I don't know anybody that shoots Kimbers. I don't know any of that. Who the fuck buys Kimbers? You know that where the single stack. Have you bought a Kimber in the last 10 years? Like, what are you talking about? It's funny when people say "ew, Holosun made in China," when knowing damn good well that they're more than likely typing that shit on an iPhone. Okay. Avoid CH at all costs. Yeah, I mean, CH used to be the go-to for me. Now it's just like, yeah, don't really want it. All right, well, I'll keep testing the gun. I'll keep shooting it. I mean, like I said, I like the gun. It's headed in the right direction, and we'll see how things, we'll see how it shakes out.